Luffa acutangula, also known as angled luffa. This what Luffa acutangula seeds look like. I start by sowing Luffa acutangula seeds directly into my planter pot. After sowing, don't forget to give a very light sprinkle of water. Please keep soil moist until seeds germinated. Luffa acutangula seed start to germinate. This is what Luffa acutangula cotyledon leaf look like. Luffa acutangula leaves are pale green, simple, 5 to 7 angled or shallowly lobed with rough surfaces. Luffa acutangula true leaf start to emerge. When growing Luffa acutangula using seeds, it is common to have some seeds fail to germinate. For me, Luffa acutangula seed usually germinate between day 5 to day 12. Success germination rate depend on seed's quality, seed age, moisture, light, and temperature. My average humidity when growing Luffa acutangula is 85%. For me, on average, Luffa acutangula seeds viability are about 24 months. In cooler climate, you could start indoors and transplant later. For me, my minimum temperature for Luffa acutangula germination is 21 degrees Celsius. Optimal temperature range for growing Luffa acutangula is between 24 to 30 degrees Celsius. My minimum temperature when growing Luffa acutangula is 24 degrees Celsius. My maximum temperature when growing Luffa acutangula is 33 degrees Celsius. I grow my Luffa acutangula in tropical climate. Soil I use for growing Luffa acutangula contain cocoa peat, red burn soil, micro, fine sand, old humus, and charcoal. You can use whatever growing media available to your convenience. Luffa acutangula prefer to grow in rich soils with high organic matter content and good drainage. Sandy loams may also be used as growing medium, but sufficient nutrients must be supplied for successful Luffa acutangula growth. Luffa acutangula is very sensitive to cold temperatures. Luffa acutangula soil pH for growing is between 6.5 to 7.5 pH. Container size I use for growing Luffa acutangula, height 45 centimeters, width 40 centimeters. Please make sure your container have good drainage when growing Luffa acutangula. Fail to do so will promote root rot. Luffa acutangula is intolerant of too much water. Too much water from rain is also harmful to Luffa acutangula, especially during flowering and fruiting seasons. You also can grow Luffa acutangula in bigger container than mine. The bigger the container, the bigger root system will develop and will resulting bigger plant and fruit. For this growing season, on average my water usage is about 1,000 milliliters daily. For my climate, I water my plant every morning every day. If raining, I do not water my plant. Your water usage may be different than me. Also, please avoid overwatering, especially when plant is still young. Water usage depend on container size, container type, weather, and climate you live in. Just don't let the soil become too soggy. Luffa acutangula water preference are moderate watering. for me, is easier to overwatering than underwatering your plant. Luffa acutangula prefer full sun to grow, but need protection from hot afternoon sun. Luffa acutangula is an annual herbaceous climber. Please prepare trellis for your plant to climb on. Suggestion: you can use tomato cage as trellis. You also can grow Luffa acutangula near fans, so that you can train them to climb. Luffa acutangula is in the cucumber family, Cucurbitaceae. It is believed Luffa acutangula is one of the species from the Old World. Luffa acutangula is believed to have originated from India. Luffa acutangula preferred to grow in tropical, subtropical climate. Luffa acutangula typically grows in the low humid tropic, up to 500-meter altitude. Luffa acutangula immature fruits, young leaves and flowers can be used as vegetables. The young Luffa acutangula fruits usually used for cooking. Luffa acutangula male flower buds. Young fruit from the Luffa acutangula sweet cultivars may be eaten raw, like cucumbers, or pickled, if small in size. Mature Luffa acutangula fruits are fibrous, bitter, and inedible, containing purgative substances. Mature Luffa acutangula fruit have little to no use, compared to mature fruits of Luffa aegyptiaca, also known as smooth Luffa. Mature Luffa aegyptiaca, also known as smooth Luffa, usually harvest to make natural sponge. Luffa acutangula female flower have large stemmed than male flower. Luffa acutangula attract bee. Luffa acutangula flowers are in yellow colors. Luffa acutangula flowers are 4 to 5 centimeters in diameter and unisexual. Male flowers are borne on stalks on unbranched, elongated inflorescences, known as racemes, while female flowers are solitary and borne in the same leaf axils as the male flowers. Luffa acutangula flowers are fragrant and open in the evening. Luffa acutangula is very sensitive to day length. So make sure which cultivars do you use. Luffa acutangula have neutral, short day and long day cultivars. Hand pollination at 6:45 p.m. First take the male flower. Then transferring pollen from male flowers to female flowers. You also can pollinate Luffa acutangula by using cotton swab or small brush. I do hand pollination due to my plant fail to fruit by itself. The reason for my plant fail to bear fruit because there are no pollinator to pollinate the flower. Since we all know Luffa acutangula flower open in the late evening, where the pollinator doesn't really active at that time. I use multi-purpose liquid fertilizer on my Luffa Acutangula plant. You can use any fertilizer that's available to your convenience. Please read and follow the instructions carefully before starting using any fertilizers. I use fertilizer every 15 days. Luffa Acutangula is propagated by seeds. Harvest time. Luffa Acutangula length. Luffa Acutangula cooked with coconut milk. Thank you for watching.